There's a retail space that's up for rent, do some sort of event there. Might not sound like much now, but watch this turn into something.
It looks amazing. It looks so good. I'm in New York 2 days before we open, sat in the first ever Gymshark store. Gymshark has always been an online store, and it's never been attractive to us to go and stock into retailers because we don't want to lose creative license over the brand and the product, and that is really important to us. Having a web store means that we have ultimate flexibility and we can just change things, the look and feel, with a click of a button. And now we want to try and emulate that with a physical presence. Today is the first time we've been able to make this dream a reality. A store totally planned and created by Gymshark staff. This marks a new chapter in the story of Gymshark. Gymshark is so much more than the product. It's about the people, the team and the athletes, and that feeling of inspiration that you get after you've been to a meetup, an expo or an event. During the New York leg of the Gymshark World Tour, me and Noel were jet lagged one morning and we decided to go and take a walk to check out Casey Neistat's office as huge fans. And opposite his office was an empty store that was available for lease. And I remember looking in there and thinking how cool it would be to take the Gymshark World Tour one step further and have our own space. The idea was to bring the expo to you, to bring Gymshark to your city. Knowing that many of the fans struggle to get to some of the few expos that we do each year, we wanted to give you guys the opportunity to be with the Gymshark family without the inconveniences that comes with some of the expos, such as the travel and the inconvenience and the cost. So that's why we're here. And this also marks our first ever athlete collaboration, and I'm so happy that we're doing it with Nikki. I mentioned this in my last video, but Nikki is actually the first Gymshark women's athlete, and being around since the first Gymshark women's product launched 3 years ago, she's been a huge influence in the Gymshark women's brand. 12 months ago, we sat down at Gymshark HQ in Birmingham and we talked about doing something totally different, something that we had never done before. This is where myself, Nikki, Adam, our head of product, Serena, our garment technologist, and Lois, our head of women's design, sat down around a table and started to design the Nikki Blackketter by Gymshark range. This past year, Serena and Lois have worked so hard on this range. They've managed to create a range which has that distinctive Gymshark feel with unique design elements, and then Nikki has injected her personality into it, which has created something really special. Lois, the Gymshark women's designer, started with us just over a year ago, and graduating into this role does not happen very often in the fashion industry. She was literally thrown into the deep end and she has been smashing it ever since. To me, Lois is proof that even with little experience, if you've got a thirst to create and you're willing to work really hard, you can do incredible things. She's flying out here tomorrow and it'll be her first time in New York City. She'll be able to see some of the designs that she made in store, in person, in the fashion capital of the USA. Now I'm not sure, but judging by her reaction, this is a dream come true for her. To go from graduating from university to designing this range in 18 months is pretty impressive to me. Last night when I saw this store for the first time, it was a really weird feeling that I've not felt since some of our first expos years ago. And now I'm sat here in store 2 days before we open, and I've got no idea what to expect, and to me that is so cool and exciting. This store represents the next chapter in the Gymshark story. Us bringing Gymshark to everyone across the world. We're constantly working towards that next thing, that next step. So much so that my role is no longer about the day-to-day at Gymshark, and I'm always working on tomorrow. We'll always strive to be innovators and always strive to lead the way. And I think this is one of the reasons why Gymshark has been so successful in the last few years. We don't look at what anyone else is doing. We pave our own path. We want to create original, unique and creative product. We think differently when it comes to events and how to interact with people and create the family that we're all a part of. And this is probably one of the best pieces of advice I could give to anyone that's looking to start their own business. There are so many ways of doing things that no one has even thought of yet. And in technical terms in marketing, if you're going to try that new thing and you're going to find that new avenue, then you're going to beat everyone else to it. As soon as people get to a marketing avenue such as TV advertising, it becomes mainstream and it literally becomes a bidding war, and whoever can bid the most for that space wins. As I said in my last video, when we first started out, we were the first people to get on the YouTube advertising. So by creating your own path, you can beat the rest of the market there. So you're instantly leading that market. And by the way, speaking from experience, it's a hell of a lot more fun that way too. So guys, to sum everything up, even though online and social media is now the place for shopping, we still feel there's something to be said for that in-person experience. And I'm so happy because this is the first time that we've been able to create a physical store that is totally true to Gymshark through and through. And it's another way for us to bring the Gymshark experience to more of you guys. And for me, it really is a dream come true. And what's best is it is just the beginning. We will always strive for more. We will always be original, and we will always create the things that we love.
So this morning is 100% now worthwhile because we've planted a seed with Ben. There's a retail space that's up for rent right opposite Casey's office. We were saying we should do like some sort of event there. Might not sound like much now, but watch this turn